Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Prim ASMR. Today is a very special day because it is Sesame Street Day. So happy Sesame Street Day, and I have some cool things to show you. Earlier this week, I did an album episode, and it was specifically dedicated to Sesame Street. And I showed you guys just a brief look at these vintage Sesame Street magazines. I just showed you just like the front and the back cover of each of them. And I told you that I would try to go more into detail with those. So in today's video, not only will I be doing a whispered kind of talking about the pages, you'll have a whispered trigger, you'll have the page turning trigger, which is one of my favorites. And I'm also going to do a bit of tracing, trigger tracing. So it'll be a bit of an assortment of triggers for you today. But before I start with that, which I'm going to get started on those pretty soon because there's quite a bit of Sesame Street magazines to look at. But before I get started, I want to show you this really cool miniature record that my dad found this. We were out looking around at this thrift shop, and we found this. Well, my dad found it, but and it is so cool. It would have been perfect for the episode I did just, a few days ago. So, it is Sesame Street. Cookie Disco. We'll do it together. So I thought I would show that today. Let me see. It doesn't have like a little baby sleeve on it. It would be so cool if it did, but it doesn't. It's just really neat. So I wanted to add that today since I just found it and everything. Okay. So I'm going to put this aside and grab these. Now, I'm not going to go in any specific order with these. I'm just going to go in order of how they're sitting. So, let's start with the first one. You have Ernie and Grover, and it looks like they're building a schoolhouse. You can see there's like little popsicle sticks. Ernie is actually holding one, and it looks like Grover here is placing the trees. So, and up here it says CTW. You might wonder what that means if you're not too familiar. And it actually stands for Children's Television Workshop. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. And the first page is a table of contents, which I'm sure all of the magazines probably have one of these. Most likely. Here's a little picture of Ernie. It even says his name on the back of his shirt. And these first couple pages, they just kind of give a idea on everything that is included in this magazine. So, I will just name the bolded name, okay? That way it gives you kind of like a little idea on what all is here. So it starts with 2. Number 1, it might be this bolded little thing up here, so I'll go ahead and read that to you. It says, suggestions for helping your children get the most out of the September issue. So up here in the corner you will see it says September 1982. 82. So 2, you name it. 3, I found a friend. 4, this is the way we go to school. 6, I go to school in ... And then the next page starts with 8. I'm not sure where number 7 went. It might have been a page that accidentally got torn out or something. Now, if you didn't watch the album episode, I'll go ahead and tell you this. I got all of these magazines at a yard sale, like a month or 2 ago. So I haven't had them too long. I haven't got to really sit down and take time to go through these and look at them. So, on this page, number 8, Betty Lou's ABCs. It kind of skips around. I'm noticing that now. 10, off to school. 12, the counts counting page. 14, sign language colors. 16, on the block. 18, in the hoop. 19, monster snack or Grouch snack. 21, rest time. 22, school game. 24, water play. 26, it's Fairling Hetty, don't is Hetty. I've never said those words in my life. Okay, moving on to number 27. It is rhyming time. Number 28, the shape of things. Number 29, the shape of kings. Number 30, one of these clocks. 31, can you remember? And 33, school game pieces. So, these magazines seem to be like they are not only just ordinary magazines, but kind of like activity books and learning games. So, this first page, you can see all of their little names written on their own separate little piece of paper. And I remember this specifically back in the very early years of going to school. You would either have your own little cubby hole for your backpack and your coat or your lunchbox if you took your lunch to school. So that is very nice. You got Big Bird here and Ernie putting their stuff away, oh so gently, in their cubby holes. So this next page, it is really neat. It is like a red silhouette. So you can't see any details, really. Well, you can see a little bit of details and stuff. But mainly you can just see the overall shapes of things. Like you can tell that this little thing is a flower. You can tell that this little thing is a rubber ducky. There's a teapot. There is a dog that looks like Toto from Wizard of Oz. Pretty neat. A little girl with a dress with flowers on it. You can see there's a tree here and a school in the background. You can see that. And another little girl up in this tree right next to a little squirrel. And I think there's a little tiny bitty poem right here, and I will read that to you guys. It's called I Found a Friend. I found a friend at school today. At first I wondered what to say, but then she said, please come and play. I found a friend at school today. We played a game and poured some tea. She shared her favorite toy with me. She drew a house, I drew a tree. She wrote an A, I wrote a B. We went outside, she climbed too high. She called, come up, but I felt shy. And later, when we said goodbye, I felt like I was going to cry. But as she left, she stopped to say, tomorrow we will sing and play. And then we waved and walked away. I found a friend at school today. So that must be the two friends, playing at recess together, maybe, perhaps. That's really cute. So this next page is really colorful, so I'm gonna just hold that up and give you guys a look in case you're watching. And if you're not watching, if you're just listening, then, keep laying back and relaxing. So this next page, you will see that the previous owner did a little bit of drawing on it, which, hey, that is what you're supposed to do in these activity books and these little project pages. So this first one, you can see Grover here, and he's supposed to walk all along this yellow road and find his way to the monster school, and you'll see all kinds of different monsters down there. All kinds of different spooky little monsters. And then this next page, you will see Oscar the Grouch, one of my favorite characters. Grover too. Can't forget about Grover. He's right there. He's listening. So Oscar is on this page, and he is supposed to follow this trail here and just follow it right down the loop and into the Grouch school. So you'll see all kinds of grouchy little characters down there, learning all kinds of stuff with each other. So this next page, there's all kinds of pictures of kids learning different things in different areas of the world. And over here you can see a little drawing that the previous owner of this magazine drew. So let's see what some of these kids are learning about. It says up here, I go to school in ... Japan. Sometimes we write with a paintbrush and ink. So you can see painting and doing art was one of my favorite things to do all throughout school, not just when I was really young, but anytime I got the opportunity to take an art class or be a part of an artistic project, that was always really fun for me. So this next box here, it says, Cuba, we play the guitar in school. Now that is something I never had the opportunity to do in school, but I did take a piano class one time, and I did learn a lot in that class, and it was very fun. Some of you have asked me if I play any instruments, and piano is really the only thing I'm okay at. I only took the class for half a year, so one complete semester. So I'm not a pro or anything, but it is very fun once you learn the song and you're able to play it. It's very nice. So, okay, this middle box here, you see a little girl in a pink dress, and it looks like she is dancing. So it says, China, we are learning to dance. Now, I did take dance class when I was in kindergarten, but it wasn't a part of my school. I had to go after school, like a couple times a week, to a dance class, and it was very, very fun. So here, on the next page, in India, sometimes we do our lessons sitting outside. Now, I don't know about any of you, but it was very, very rare to have class outside. Those were the funnest times, though, when we would get to go outside and just sit on the, what was it called? A black top. It's like this concrete layer, and you just sit on it and you have class. Or sometimes we would get to sit in the grass and just relax. Those were the cool times. And then down here it says, where do you live? Draw a picture of something you do in school. So this next page is Betty Lou's ABCs. And it's very colorful. You can see all the different letters. They got capital letters and lowercase letters. So you have Cookie Monster. So you've got different characters upon here. Different characters learning their ABCs. Oh, I love this picture of Big Bird. Looks like he's got a little pet goldfish. And on this page over here, you can see all kinds of colorful goldfish. Well, they're really not gold, but you know, all kinds of different colorful fish. Oh, and you guys are gonna love this page. Because, well, I love it. I love this page. Look how colorful this is. It's called the Counts Counting Page. And you got a whole bunch of familiar faces over here. You got Bert and Ernie and Cookie Monster. And it looks like they're reading a little book about cookies. So, you can just take a moment and appreciate all of the little details on the shelves. You've got a little pumpkin up there. Oh, they're different books. That's what it is. All kinds of different books. Aw, you know what that book reminds me of? Horton Hears a Who, or Horton Hatches the Egg. I love that book so much. Oh man, there's even a book shaped like a choo-choo train. That is so cool. Ooh, and a book shaped like a castle down there. That is so neat. So that is just really neat. I love this page. Love it. Oh wow, this page is really neat too. You can see all kinds of different shapes. Oh, this is neat. This is the page in the hoop. And you can see a little lion jumping through these 3 colorful rings, colorful hoops. The first one is red, and the second one is blue, and the third one is green. And then on this page here, there's a little scissors on the top, so someone could tried to cut this out, but they didn't, so that's cool. Monster snack or Grouch snack. It is snack time in Grover's Monster School. What is happening in each picture? Cut out the pictures, put them in order, tell the story. Now turn the pieces over. It is snack time in Grouch's school. Put the pictures in order and tell the story. So on this side, it is Grover's story. And then you flip the page over. And it is Grouch's story. Just by looking at the pictures, it looks like Grover, his snack time has all kinds of healthy fruits and sliced up fruits, actually, so you could see little sliced up apples, sliced up pears, sliced up different stuff. And on Grouch's page, it looks like his snacks are chicken legs and it looks like some cabbage and some carrots and tomatoes. So he has some healthy stuff in there, but I would probably pick Grover's snack time for sure. I'll try to hold it closer though so you can see. That's funny. So, this next page here, you can see Ernie is taking a little, relaxing rest. He's not really sleeping. And it says rest time. Ernie is thinking about something. He likes to imagine things. Draw what you think he is imagining. So that's cute. They did not fill that one in. So that can still be filled in, and you can draw a little illustration in this little thought cloud. This page is really neat. It looks like an artist drew this whole scene of a children's classroom. And you can see all the different little children in there doing different things. Some are reading, some are painting, some are, what are they doing? Some are playing with puppets. Some are talking about the class pet. There was only one year that I was in school that we actually had a class pet. And they were these two little guinea pigs. And they were so cute. They had their own little section in the class. And I forget what their names are now. It was quite a long time ago. But they were adorable. And every year, one of the kids got to take the pets home as like, I don't know what it was for. Like just to take care of them and learn responsibility and stuff. So that was really neat. So this page, it says, draw something that floats. And you got all kinds of different floating things here. You got a little rubber ducky. You got a little beach ball. And you got a little sailboat right there. This one, it says rhyming time. There's a little piece of pie up there. It's pretty cool. And there's a little school and a pool down there. Okay, I see. It's rhyming time. So it says cake on a lake and school and a pool. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Pretty cool. And And then, let's see, this is the second to last page. So this here is just a shaping page. You are supposed to connect all of the different shapes up here to the matching shapes down here, which the person that had this magazine before I did, they matched to each other. And then this page, this king is completely made out of different shapes. So this is the very last page of this one, and you can see different clocks telling different times, and you're supposed to circle the one that is a little bit different. So of course they circled this one. Okay, so that completes the flip through of this first magazine. Let's go ahead and move on to this next one. This is a really cute cover of the magazine. Hold it closer so you can see. It is Grover, and he is waking up in the morning. You can see the sun rising out of his window. The picture is so detailed. You can see little trees outside, and you can see a little lamp and a little flower sitting on the ledge of his windowsill. And the back of it, it is so cute. Grover is getting into bed, and he looks super tired. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Now, this first page, it actually is separated. So I have to be very careful with this one, that way I can keep it in best shape as possible. But the previous owner, they colored this in, and they did a wonderful job. So they colored in the Cookie Monster and gave him a red hairdo, colored in little checker squares in the back, made him a pink ice cream cone, and colored in the phone red too. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down, that way it doesn't have the opportunity to fall out of the book or the magazine and make a loud sound. So again, there's a little table of contents on the very first couple pages, just kind of telling you what's in this book. Oh, and this is super cute. I'm gonna read this for you guys. It says, Noisemaker. Listen to the story. When you see a picture, say the word. So I'm gonna scoot and kind of just like go along as I read. Okay, so first thing is Grover. Grover woke up and jumped out of bed. He put on pants, a shirt, socks, and his brand new pair of shoes. As he walked around his room, wearing his new shoes, he said, I, Grover, hear a funny squeak, squeak, squeak sound. Is something hiding under my bed? When Grover stopped walking to look under his bed, the squeaky sound stopped. Nothing was under his bed. As he walked to the bathroom, there was that squeak again. Maybe it is in the bathroom, he said. Grover looked around the bathroom, listening very carefully. I hear the faucet go drip, drip, drip. But I do not hear the squeak, squeak, squeak. I hear the window go flap, flap, flap. But I do not hear a squeak, squeak, squeak. Grover walked downstairs to the kitchen. Again, he heard the squeaky sound. I, Grover, am sure it is in the kitchen. He walked all around the kitchen. He put his ear to the fridge. The fridge hums, he said. It does not squeak. He listened to the water running in the faucet in the kitchen sink. The water wishes it does not squeak either. Grover walked over to the clock. He heard a soft tick, tick, tick. That is not it, he said. He sat down in his bed to eat his porridge. I do not hear a squeak, squeak. My porridge goes crunch, crunch. After eating his porridge, Grover wanted to brush his teeth. As he ran up the stairs, he heard squeak, squeak, squeak. Am I, cute little Grover, wearing my shoes, being chased by a squeak, squeak sound? He stopped running and looked around him. He saw a telephone and a table and a rug in the hallway. He looked down. All he saw were his shoes. He listened very carefully, but he could not hear one squeak. Where did the sound go, he wondered. Grover began to walk up the stairs. He walked up one step. He heard a squeak. He stopped. Then he walked up one more step. He heard one more squeak. Grover walked up 2 steps. He heard a squeak, squeak. Grover looked down at his shoes and smiled. 1 step, he said, makes 1 squeak. And then he started to laugh. So Grover figured it out pretty fast. His shoes were squeaky, like those SpongeBob boots in that one episode. Oh, Grover. So, this next page here is quite colorful. You can see the scenery. Ernie is falling a little bit behind. His puppy dog right here looks like he's going a little bit fast. I think my great-grandma had a dog that kind of looked like this. It was a little bit different, but looked kind of like that. Oh, this page is full of sunflowers. Beautiful little sunflowers. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers, probably. But I like all flowers. They're beautiful. That's another little page that likes to fall out. So I'll just show you really quickly. It actually goes with this page. Let's see. But we'll set that down. We won't worry about that too much. So this kitchen, this picture of this kitchen, pretty detailed. You can see all the different things. You can see the yellow refrigerator, which that is so cool. I would totally love to have a little a yellow refrigerator. Sorry, I got really excited when I seen this. I'll try to show you guys. This thing right here, it is a little calendar of Bert and Ernie, and I thought that was so cute. I did forget to tell you the month on this. It is February 1983. And the calendar says February, so I like those little tiny details in there. This page is super cute. It has all kinds of different pictures of little kids doing different little activities, playing together and building friendship. This page is really cool. It shows this little guy, and he is doing all kinds of different things, learning all kinds of different stuff, all in one day. And that is the title of the page. It says, all in one day. He ties his shoes, he eats breakfast, he goes sledding, which is something that I've never done. I want to go sledding sometime, if I get the chance. But that's a story for another day. Let's see, he builds a snowman, and then he goes to sleep. Does all kinds of different stuff. This next page, you can see Big Bird. And it looks like he's playing baseball. Well, he could just be playing catch, because I just see a glove. He's wearing a glove. Little snowflakes on this page. This is another one of those activity pages. Ooh, all kinds of hills that you can go sledding on. And then on this page it is a picture of a beach. Oh, this page is adorable. All these little kittens. These little cats, little kitty cats. Oh, they're so cute. I think, let's read a little bit. 3 little kittens, they lost their mittens, and they began to cry. Oh, mother dear, we sadly fear, our mittens we have lost. What? Lost your mittens, you naughty kittens? Then you shall have no pie. Meow, meow, meow. So you shall have no pie. So they're all crying right here, but then on this next page, it's all better, because they got some pie. Let's read about it. The 3 little kittens, they found their mittens, and they began to cry. Oh, mother dear, see here, our mittens we have found. Put on your mittens, you silly kittens, and you shall have some pie. Purr, purr, purr. Oh, let us have some pie. So, that is super cute. This page is titled The 24-Hour Flu. And you can see Bert, he is in bed. I'm guessing he's the one with the flu. And there's Ernie right there. On the very last page, there is some colorful hearts. You got a yellow one in the middle. You got a red one at the very top. And there's 2 side by side each other. Then you got a green one right down at the bottom. And then you got Sleepy Grover again. So I'm gonna put those pages that I took out back into the parts that they belong. That way they can stay in order, like how I found them. So this one I'm really excited about. This is the one where they are Bert and Ernie. Or no, Bert and Ernie. It's backwards to me, so I'm sorry. Bert and Ernie are looking through this little fairy tale book. And you can see all kinds of different characters. You can see Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf. You can see the 3 little pigs. see Cinderella. You can see all kinds of little seven dwarfs and stuff. Cute. So again, you got the little table of contents here, which comes in great handy if you're trying to just get to one particular part of the magazine. This is a cute little picture. You can see little tiny butterflies down here by the grass and by the little bushes and stuff. Really cool illustrations. I love the coloring in that. Oh wow, and this page is really neat. All these different kids are lined up to get candy. I'm guessing it's trick or treat. That's really cool. You got two witches here at the front of the line. And then you got some clowns back here. Looks like got some robots and some bunnies. Got a full moon. Ooh. I love how detailed this picture is. Got all kinds of stuff. You got some letter pages. Different activities that you can do. Different letters. Always a cool thing. All these are really neat. They're like little tiny miniature cutout pictures. Well, you have the option to cut them out. They're like little fairy tale pictures. Hansel and Gretel. Yeah. The three little pigs. Snow White and the seven dwarfs. And then Cinderella over here. Oh, that is cute. That page is really neat. It reminds me of like vintage patterns or vintage wallpaper. And then this page right here has all kinds of different puppy dogs, all kinds of different kinds. Oh, this one's really cool. This is the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk, which I actually have a pop-up book of Jack and the Beanstalk that I would love to read. I gotta make sure that it is okay with certain rules for YouTube and stuff, but I would love to read that on my channel if I can. I love pop-up books because of the sound that they make. Not only the art in them, but the sounds that the pop-up books make. I think they're really cool. This just fell out of this book because I'm guessing someone had cut it out previously and then stuck it back up in there. But this is a little cutout picture of Red Riding Hood. So I'm gonna set this aside and then place it back in there in a little bit. But here is Jack and the Beanstalk, and you got Grover, and it looks like Grover's grandmother, which I've never seen her before. She's super primitive and cute. There's a little big page of the three little pigs working on their house. I always loved this story. Being told the story without pictures to go with it, because that was the first experience I had with the story was someone just telling me it without any pictures or anything to go by. And I remember visualizing the little village that they lived in and what the pigs looked like and everything. So I love that story. Oh, and this is really neat. You start at this little house, little cottage back here, and you just go across the bridge over here, swiveling down, and then you end up at the house, and the mailbox, it says Grandpa on it. So that's really cool. This whole page here is wishful thinking. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Draw your wish. be on Sesame Street. How would someone draw that? I guess you'd draw yourself and draw all the little characters. Draw Big Bird, draw Grover, Ernie, Bert, the Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, Count, everybody, Elmo. It'd be a great time. But anyways, so here are more cutout pages, or cutout little pictures that you can cut out. Here's a king and a queen. Looks like a knight and his horse. Got a castle. Ooh, you got a scary snake and a swamp down there. I guess you can cut them out and then place them, maybe, where you want to. It's really cool. This whole page looks like it is dedicated to Peter Pan. Oh, and these pages too. Just a bunch of different pictures of the cast. Aww. This is cool. This is the very last page of this one, but it is so neat. It has the 3 little different houses that the pigs made. So you got a house of bricks, you got a house of straw, and you got a house of bricks. Wait. Oh, wait, no. This one down here, I thought it looked like bricks, but it's actually sticks and wood. So, the 3 little houses. That's what they ended up looking like. And then the very back page is red and yellow, full of different houses. Well, actually the same house, but different colors. So. I'm gonna put this little cutout back in there. It'd be cute to use that as a little bookmark. Oh, and the month and year on that one was October 1982, which that explains the picture of all the people lined up for trick-or-treat. This one. These 2, Grover and Ernie, which we got right here, they are magicians. And it actually matches with the back, kind of. You can see the back of them in the front. So another table of contents. Very colorful page. Different little, looks like clown characters and then different circus characters, acrobats and stuff. This one, they are under an apple tree. You got Bert, Ernie, and Grover in this one. Poof, abracadabra, it says. Ooh, and different instruments. Got the trumpet, the violin, the cello, and the recorder. I played the recorder before in like 5th grade, I think it was, but the whole class had to, so it was pretty fun to learn. It was pretty cool. Those cute little pictures here. Red airplane. Just different little cute little pictures. Oh, there's a little sock puppet right there. Little crafts that you can learn to make. There's a picture of the circus. I'm guessing that that is the event where Ernie and Grover were being the magicians. A little mime here shows you an idea of what kind of makeup you could do if you wanted to be a mime for a day. The previous owner, they drew this. That's their idea of a perfect mime. this is another one of those leading to mazes, and they all lead to different places. Big Bird leads to the circus tent. Let's see where Ernie leads. He leads to the cage of different animals. The elephant, the giraffe, the monkey, and the hippo. And then Bert, he leads to the band. The musicians. Ooh, and these people are juggling. I've never learned how to juggle. It always looked really cool, though. Oh, wow. This is a ball pit. If you've ever been to when they used to have the McDonald's slide, I don't know if that's what everyone called them or not. That's what I called them when I was little, the McDonald's slide. It was like a playland at McDonald's, and they'd have this huge ball pit, and it was the funnest thing. You would slide down this slide, and you would go into this big... it was just awesome. If you've ever seen the Ronald McDonald cartoon, I think it shows, at least at the beginning of one of them, when they turn into the cartoon, they go into this slide, and they slide down. It's just great. You're gonna have to look at it if you haven't seen it. It's so cute. But yeah, it's just different little activities. And different stuff here. Aw, Big Bird is measuring the height of all these different characters. You got Bert, he's the tallest. Then you got Ernie, he's the second tallest. Then you got Little Bird, and that's him right there. And then you got Little Twiddlebug. Oh, Little Twiddlebug. He's the shortest. He's the tiniest little Twiddlebug around. This next page is full of Grover being silly. Silly Grover. Always being so silly. Doing different stretches, it looks like. Touching his tippy toes, doing this. All kinds of stuff. Grover's got the moves, guys. Grover's got the moves. So that one was really adorable. And the year and month on that was July/August 1982. This one is June 1982. So this one was actually put out right before that one. Oh, I opened this up and a ton of little cutout squares just jumped out at me. That's okay. I think these are all of them. It's like a ton of little tiny squares. I'm gonna just put those down for right now. So I wanted to open this up to show you how the front and back kind of connect with each other. You got a Cookie Monster chasing Bert and Ernie, and they're running on top of the world. They're literally on top of the world, guys. So it starts out again with a table of contents. There's all kinds of different squares on this first page. So it says My World. You got the first square here. Second square. I'll hold it a little bit closer, that way you can see. All kinds of cool little illustrations, all kinds of colorful little art pieces. So, I might just do a little bit of page flipping until I find something really colorful and cool. There's a lot of cutouts. But I think they will be safe in there. If I'm careful, I should be able to leave them in there. So this page is really neat. I got it looks like a room full of school desks. And you got Ernie sitting in the middle. Oh, and this is really cool too. Looks like a city, and it's very colorful. Really cute. You can see a park over here. All kinds of different people playing at the park, doing different stuff. Some are swinging, some are climbing, some are sliding, doing different stuff. Pretty cool. I love stuff like this. This is really neat. Oh, this is so cool too. This is another scenery. Oh man, so many cool things to look at. Over here you can see all kinds of kids playing together. Some are reading, some are just chilling out a little bit. So, ooh, there is all kinds of pretty little flowers, and I'm gonna read those to you guys. So this here is a daisy, beautiful flower. Here's a red clover, another beautiful flower. A black-eyed Susan, which I always called that a sunflower, so that's new to me. An aster, I would have just called that a purple flower, so that's pretty cool. Here's a lily, which is a very beautiful, beautiful flower. And then all kinds of them down here at the bottom of the page. Super cute. This page got some kinds of different characters. You got Cookie Monster and Grover up here at the top, flying around in airplanes. And then on kites, you got Bert, Count, and Ernie. And you got all kinds of cute little bees down here. I'm sorry, a couple of these little cutouts keep trying to escape. But that's okay. So that is really cool. Super cool. And before I forget, I had a couple little squares to put back in there. Yeah, so these little squares, they tried to fall out near the beginning of the... There one goes again. But when I first started looking through that, these little things started trying to fall out. So I'm going to put those back. That way they don't get lost and they can stay in there. Because I try to keep all this stuff as I got it, you know. So this next one, the cover is unattached from the magazine. So I will go ahead and show you the first page, the first part of it. And that way I can lay it down and then I'll show you the rest of it. But this one is from April 1982. And this one, they are celebrating because someone is having a party. I'm not sure if it's a birthday party or what's going on, but that's pretty cool. So I'll set that aside, and originally it would have went right here perfectly, and I can always try to tape that together. That way it can be all together again and as one. So for this one, I'm gonna just do some specific page turning sounds for you, and then I'll show you something if I think something's super cool, which I'm sure everything will be anyways. So you can see all kinds of different characters' feet. They're getting rained on. Oh, look at this little guy. He has a little baby tiny umbrella. These kids playing. So this page is really neat. Got some little birthday cake here. And these kids, they are just looking at the cake, waiting for the candles to be blown out. Oh, this is super cute. Cookie Monster opening gifts. Looks like he got a little toy airplane in his birthday cake. I got Big Bird over here looking up at the rainbow. I guess it just stopped raining, which is always great. Oh, this page is really cool. I gotta show you guys this. Big Bird, he looks green. He's ate too much sundae. Ew, it looks like he got some fish in his sundae. You know why, don't you? Because Oscar the Grouch is giving out the snacks, and he likes to put garbage food in his snacks, I think. According to the last magazine, or a few magazines ago. But this girl, she's eating all Cookie Monster's cookies. He's gonna be so mad. Look at him. He's so happy right now. He doesn't know what he's missing out on. So that one was super cute. I'm gonna make sure that I keep these two together. That way I can try to get around to taping them. I can tell that someone already tried to before, but it came undone. So I'll try to fix this up if I get a chance to soon. We do have, let's see, we have quite a few more. So this one has been tampered with a little bit. It has some things cut out of it and stuff. You can see someone tried to keep them in the magazine though. They tried to keep them all together with a little paper clip. So some of these pages are paper clipped together. The whole magazine is paper clipped together and cut out and stuff. So I'm not even going to try to unhook those, but I'll just kind of flip through it and give you guys a general idea on what is in here. This is really cool, this page. This one in particular has a lot of activities inside of it, so That was probably why it had more of the cutout pieces. And the month on that was March 1982. So, the next one we have to look at is this one, and this one says the Electric Company, so it's a little bit tiny different. All the other ones so far have said Sesame Street. So, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and see. Even the first page is a little bit different because it does not have the table of contents. It does have a page that tells the highlights of the issue. That's cool. It's got the Mayflower. Oh, that is so neat. It has all the little rooms and you can see inside it. I love that. It's like a little picture of a dollhouse where you can see the different rooms and stuff. I love these old magazines because not only do they have cool art, but it has all kinds of nice sounds, like the crisp paper. Like, you hear that? That is so cool. Oh, these are beautiful trees. Beautiful, beautiful. Reminds me of a Bob Ross painting. So cool. Oh, and that scenery. This scenery here is really neat. It's beautiful. Oh, we would make these in school. What you do is you trace your hand and then it makes a turkey for Thanksgiving. We would do that as an art project back in kindergarten and first grade, second, third, and fourth, all the way up until we got too old for it. But I had a lot of fun doing, oh, that one's cool. They actually drew little feathers. Did you guys ever do this in school? Or was it just my school? Probably not, but I think that is one of the neatest projects. Look at that one. That one's really creative. But yeah, you just take your hand and you trace it, and then you make a little tiny turkey on the thumb, and then boom. They're so neat. I love looking at those. Let's just admire that cool little, cute little artwork for a little tiny bit. I think I'm gonna make one of those this year. If I do, I'll make a video of it. That's a neat little idea. It would be a cool little tracing video as well. Tracing my hand, coloring it in. Oh, this is cute. Here's a make your own cartoon page. That looks interesting. Ooh, this is like a little comic book page. This is the first little tiny comic book strip that I've seen in any of these. That is neat. Oh wow, and it goes on. I didn't know that. I did see Spider-Man on one of the pages when I was just kind of glancing at them in the last the album video, but I didn't know that it went all into this Spider-Man comic. It only goes for a couple pages, but that is really cool. So this one is also the Electric Company. This one is October 1983, and that one was November 1983. So these are a year later from all of the magazines from 1982 that I had just showed you. And we still got some more of those. Actually, no, wait a minute. The rest of them might be the Electric Company. Well, no. We got one more Sesame Street one, but the rest of them are Electric Company. I probably could have done 2 separate videos. Oh wow, look, it says Kooky Costumes. This girl, she's dressed up with all kinds of garbage taped to her, like Oscar the Grouch. This one's breakfast. You got eggs and bacon. It's just different little recipes for Halloween. That's really cool. Oh, this picture is neat. There's another make your own cartoon page. And there's another Spider-Man page. I wonder if this one has a comic book in it too. It does. Look at that. That's really cool. And it only goes for a few pages, just like the other one. Oh wow, and there's an answer key. Sorry. So for all of the little quizzes or like little trivias throughout the magazine, there's a little answer key. I haven't seen that one in the other ones. So, all kinds of cool stuff. And this one has been tampered with a little bit too. So, I'll show you guys what we have left. We still have quite a few. So I'm gonna keep staying in order. So this one is September 1983. And it has a little Smurf on there. Cartoons World. Cartoons around the world. That's really cool. I gotta be very careful with this one too, because I can see some of the pages are just about to come out. They're holding together with just a little tiny bit of patience, but that's about it. Oh, this one's cool. Again, with the sceneries, I love little pictures like this. That's really cool. Colorful page. Oh my gosh, that's Darth Vader. I seen the lightsaber and I was like, that's Darth Vader. And again, there's a little tiny Spider-Man comic book. I'll hold it a little bit closer. Spider-Man is one of my favorites. I like the Hulk too. I like Spider-Man and Hulk. And again, they got a little bit of an answer key. It's pretty cool. So, this one, I remember talking about this in the album episode that I did of the Sesame Street albums. I talked about when I was little, I would always draw a little tiny baby sun anytime that I would make a drawing of outside nature. So and I forgot to look at the year on this. Let's see, August 1983. And this one is also the Electric Company. So some say the Electric Company magazine, some say Sesame Street magazine. So they're both so cool. Ooh, there's little word searches on there. I like doing those from time to time. I don't really have a lot of time to do those recently, but I used to enjoy just sitting down and doing those sometimes. Especially like if you're on a long drive, if you're going to be just sitting for a while, it's something nice to pass the time. Oh, look at this. That is so cute. Take a second and just look at these little pictures of art that little kids made around the world. This one is so cool. This one actually shows the little Electric Company at the top. And it's King Kong saving this little girl. That's super cute. That one should have won, for sure. I guess it did win since it's in their magazine. I guess these were probably the contest winners of the coolest drawings. That was really cool. Another little picture there. Another little Spider-Man comic. I could do a separate video just reading the little short pages of the Spider-Man comics. That'd be pretty neat. Peter Parker. Mary Jane. Peter Parker. I don't know who that guy is. We can find out, though. There's another make your own cartoon. I think that is cool. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have 4 more. This one has Superman on the cover, and this one is July 1983, the Electric Company. I guess Superman on the inside too. Superman 3. Another little word search in there. Oh, this is cute. All kinds of different little cartoon characters. Got Peter Pan, Smurf, Olive Oil, and Popeye. You got Wilma and, oh man, what is her name? Wilma and, I know it. What is it? I'm gonna have to cheat. Let's just skip it. There's Tinkerbell, Smurfette, and Smurf, and Orphan Annie. What is that name? Oh my gosh. There's Fred and Wilma and Barney and, oh my gosh, Wilma and, I was just thinking of the name the other day. Wilma and, I don't know, this is gonna bother me now. Fred Flintstone. There's Wilma, and there is, what is her name? Oh my gosh. It's something so obvious too. Like, I've watched this so much, why can't I think of it? I keep wanting to think it's like Dee Dee or Debbie or oh my gosh. I'm gonna go look it up after I make this video, and then I'm gonna be like, oh no. You guys are probably like, oh Prim, how did you not know this? Betty. Is that it? Betty. I can't be for sure. I don't even know. I'm filming this really late at night, so I'm getting a little bit tired. But that's okay. There's another little Spider-Man comic book. I think these pages look really cool. And another answer key back here. The last page. So, okay. This next one is really cool. I like the back of it specifically because it's like, it has a little clock tower down here, and then you can see all the little different lit up windows and stuff. It's really cool. There's a little toad on the front, and the month and year is June 1983. So the first couple pages, I'm noticing that there are a ton of different animals and little toads. They're just saying different things to each other. This looks like it has a great deal of activities as well. Again, with the little word search here. Very nice. Ooh, yipes, stripes. Says lily pads and alligators. Anytime I hear the word lily pads, I think of Lily Whispers automatically. Lovely, lovely lily pads. Okay. So, different birds on this page. Got another make your own cartoon page. I'm surprised those aren't drawn on because a lot of the other activities in this book, like the cutouts and the word searches and stuff, those are all, those have been drawn on or cut out. Ooh, another comic book for Spider-Man. It says Spidey. Cool little pictures too. this is starting to be, it was started to be ripped out a little bit, but it's okay now. Okay, so we have 2 more, and the first one I'm going to show you has Yoda on it, and then the last one is Back to Sesame Street. So for a while now, we have been looking at the electric company, and it's still Sesame Street, you can see, and right here it says, it's Yoda. More from Star Wars, it says right here in the corner. So, I'll give you a little close-up picture of Yoda, because we all love that guy. And again here, it shows like the highlights of this issue, and the different things that this particular magazine will talk about. Some little scenes from Star Wars. This page is cool. It has all kinds of different planets and stuff. There's the world. There's our home. That's where we all live, guys. It says, whoa, Earth. The Earth turns a little bit slower each year. It's only a teeny tiny bit slower, but all those bits add up. 600 million years ago, it turned so much faster. A day lasted just 21 hours. Wow, so our days get longer as time goes on. I never knew that. That is crazy. Every day is a little bit longer. Whoa, that's really weird. Even if it's just like a millisecond. Still weird. Page full of cute things. Super cute things. Another word search over here. This thing got all kinds of cool stuff in it. This one has different animals and things. Cute little butterfly over here. I like that one. Looks like a monarch. This one. A snake. This page is cool. This dude is drinking a milkshake. I don't know how he could leave the cherry on top. Like, that's the first thing that you gotta eat when you get a milkshake. And another Spider-Man comic book. And this is the one that had the colorful eggs. And this was April/May 1983. So right around Easter time, that would explain the eggs. Okay. And this last one I gotta show you. I gotta open it up because it's really cool. When you open it up, the picture completes itself. And you got Bert and Ernie over here. Friendship. And the Grouch, he is painting Grouchship. So the very first page, I'm seeing that there was something here ripped out. Oh no. This page just came out. That's my fault. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. But these are vintage, so I'm just thankful that they are in the best shape that they are in. They're very nice. Both of the pages just came out. Maybe it wasn't my fault. Who knows? This is what the next page looks like. You can kind of see they're playing at a park. And this picture's cute. I'm gonna hold it up for you. They're like all playing hide and seek with each other. This page has different animals. You got a shark, you got an alligator, got some deer, zebra. This is like an activity page where you can color in things or draw your own drawing. This page had a couple of cutouts as well. So yeah, a lot of different activities in this book too, I'm guessing, because there was a lot of things cut out and things. Even the very last page, it says, come and play. What do you do in the playground? Draw a picture of you and your friends. So this page was left blank, so you can still draw stuff in there. My favorite thing to do when I go to the park or anything would be swinging, I think. And the teeter-totter is pretty cool too. But yeah, that completes every one of these magazines, which I was so excited to just take some time and sit down and look through them with you guys. Ever since I got these, I've wanted to make time to just appreciate the art of them and stuff. So thank you for hanging out with me for a bit today, and for looking at these and appreciating the fine art that went into these, because they are beautiful. These are a piece of Sesame Street history, which today's the perfect day to appreciate because it is Sesame Street Day. And so yeah, it was totally fun. Totally fun. Takes you back to some times. So I hope you have a wonderful night. My hair's kind of falling out. That's okay. I hope you all have a wonderful night and enjoyed watching this. I hope you feel more relaxed now, more at ease, more happy, and just let your mind kind of drift off into Sesame Street World for a while, or whatever cartoon makes you super happy. Today should have been, very fun, and if today wasn't fun and full of happiness and inner childhood, let tomorrow be that for you. Let tomorrow be something bright and beautiful for you, and maybe take some time for yourself. If you can't tomorrow, maybe sometime this week or month, just take some time for yourself and visit a place that makes you happy, whether that is a park or whether it is just going for a walk in your old neighborhood, if you have really good memories there, or take a trip to, just anywhere that makes you happy. an ice cream store, wherever, you know. So, that being said, I am gonna go ahead and end this video.